Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, family. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're off to a little bit of a late start, but everybody was getting all the ducks in order so we could bring you a wonderful program. I'm so happy that you're with me today. Good morning. Welcome. We're going
Peace
to
and
give
blessing. Good morning, Miss Robin.
good morning. Good morning. I'm happy that you're here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning. We're going to give folks a few minutes to join us, at least from what I can see here in the Zoom room. And I know some folks are joining us on Facebook. Welcome, welcome to you all. So happy that you are here. Welcome. We're going to do a little writing today, some reading of some poems, some listening to some music. It's all around uh, exploring power, exploring overcoming oppression, exploring social justice and social action. So while we're waiting for folks, if you need to grab a pen or pencil, something to write with, something to draw with, if you'd rather draw instead of write. And also, if you're not able to access those things, you can still participate. So there will be plenty of opportunity for you to join in. Good morning, welcome.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that. So before we get started, just a few rules of the road, just to create a safe space and make sure we all know that we are in a safe space. So when we do these writing events, we start by talking about what matters for being able to participate in a space like this. And that's the CARES rules. And this is with a nod to Kay Adams, who is the author of a wonderful book called Journal to the Self. So if you are into journaling, it's a great guide to give you structure to journal. And so um, with the CARES includes confidentiality. So we're sharing our experience, but you don't share what someone shares here somewhere else, right? We accept ourselves without apology. We respect one another, and we offer experience-centered feedback. And that means It's coming from your own lived experience, your thoughts, your feelings, and we often offer one another support. So, wanting to know if there's anything else anyone thinks we should add to these rules, or is there anything that you bring to this space that can help make it a safe space? And you can just drop that in the chat if you would like, if there's anything else we should add to these care rules, or if everybody feels this is complete. And if you feel this is good, just drop into the chat that you're good with these rules, just to acknowledge that you are creating a space where we care. The title of the book is called Journal to the Self, and the book is written by Kathleen Adams, K. Adams. Thank you to Risa Scott for saying you're good. Anybody else you're good with it? You agree? Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. If you agree to the CARES rules, just say you're good. I'm with it. It's all good to me. Thank you, Imani. Thank you, and welcome if you are just joining us. So we are focused today on poetry, power, and justice. Thank you, Cheryl. And we are exploring social justice and social action, right? And if anybody has felt, you're scratching your head by some of these court rulings, or they're inconsistent, you're following the news and you're seeing the attacks on our voting rights. They're, really efforts to dismantle all this work that we and our ancestors and our elders have poured so much of themselves into. And you're wondering, like, what do we do about this? What can I do? Well, this writing workshop is an opportunity to explore some things that we can do, some things we're dealing with, and some things we can do. So we're going to start. I mentioned we'll be doing some videos. We will be doing some writing. We'll be reading and responding to some poetry. And so first, we are going to start with a video. And when you see this video, think about what thoughts come up and drop in the chat if you want, as you listen, as you watch, what comes up for you. And we can start.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. Over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried
Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody want to share anything that comes up? If anybody's seen this before, feel free to share anything that comes up for you as you listen to the music, the golden gospel singers, and see the video. Anybody? I know for me, one thing that comes up is, man, we've been doing this a long time. We have been marching. Mm-hmm.
You have a hand up. Teresa, if you can unmute yourself, please.
Ah,
Good
Jacqueline.
morning. Good morning. This is Teresa.
Good morning,
I got two
Teresa.
messages. A woman that I called Grandma Geraldine. She died. I've been knowing her for like 12 years. She died Friday after Thanksgiving. So I thought about her. She was
Mm,
98 years old, and she lived a long time. And I thought about that she could cook. She definitely, that song connect me with her. Is that she's been her journey. And now she's going on, and it really affected me. I actually just kind of like shut down. And I didn't really express it to anyone, but I just felt her. I just felt her. And then I also felt like we are still dealing with that same stuff right now.
mm,
It's like, and so I could understand why people, after they get a certain age, how they would like to go home, because especially if I'm saying the word BIPOC people, is that we've been dealing with this. We've been dealing with this kind of stuff for years, and so after you get a certain age, it's not a desire to want to stay here any longer. So you'd be glad to go home and be free. And I'm complete.
mm. Thank you for that, Sister Teresa. That was powerful. And yes, this is tiring. This is wearing on us. We know what it means to be racially traumatized, right? It's like a thousand cuts, from experiencing racism, experiencing attacks on our voting rights, experiencing attacks on critical race theory. It's teaching how this country really is, as opposed to a certain way that people want to see it. And yeah, it's easy to see why and how folks could be tired from the fight. And at the same time, we're here and we're still trying to make this world what it should be, right? Um, Anybody else? Jacqueline shared. Thank you for that, for sharing that. Jacqueline shared that she's reminded of her passion for teaching. Thank you for that. Anybody else who saw the video and wants to share anything that came up for them? And yes, we know the elders who are not here but still here, the ancestors who are not here but still here with us and through us.
Lori has her hand up. Go ahead, Lori.
Good morning, everyone. So I actually had to switch off. I saw the video on Facebook and I said, let me get on this Zoom. I was immediately struck by the amount of faith that people had to say, you know what, before I be a slave, I will lay down in my grave, because they know they were going home. Like, that's sure knowledge that they were destined for heaven, but also kind of the sure knowledge that being a slave here was hell.
Mm.
I don't see that kind of faith with consistency these days. There was a strong belief that not only were they in a righteous cause, but that they were surely, if they died in the process, that it was all right.
Mm. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. This, leaning on the faith. And, I think especially in the last 2 years, we have certainly seen people step out and protest. Some of them, many of them are also stepping out on faith. But yeah, you see, especially in this video, that comes through strong, and you hear it in the music as well, and the lyrics. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So why does this still matter, right? Jacqueline, Fannie Lou Hamer, spirit is still here. Why does this still matter? I'm going to share another video that just talks about social justice and the fight, and why we're in it, right? One of the reasons we are here still fighting, and we'll take a minute and view that.
Give your life completely to business and you see the money piling up. Be a health nut, eat right, go to the gym, and your muscles will grow and your body will look good and you'll see results. But when it comes to justice, it seems like you just can't get ahead. You patch up one hole and something else rips open. You bring peace to one region and war breaks out in another. You rebuild after an earthquake and a tsunami hits. And you work and you work and you work and there's never any profit. There's no bank where you can store a surplus amount of justice in. Stability is never permanent. Something always tips and people always ask, is it even worth it? And that question, though understandable, quite frankly, it's ridiculous. And it rarely comes from those who are actually tired from pursuing justice and not just tired of the idea. It rarely comes from people who've labored for years and have good reason to ask it. And you know why they never ask? Those type of people become friends with those who suffer. Family even. Because it's one thing to wonder if someone else's freedom is worth fighting for. But when you begin to identify with that someone else, commune with them, that's when the question is no longer worth asking. That's when it becomes offensive even. What do you mean, is it worth my time? That doesn't even deserve an answer. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how many times we fail. I don't care how little progress is made. You never stop fighting for your own.
Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. So with that video on social justice, what resonates with you? Anybody? Oh, Louise. I don't know, Louise, if you're speaking to the first video, Oh Freedom, or to this one on social justice, but we'll take it. I felt a rage and a fire to keep fighting.
Actually, it could apply to both. Because as soon as that song came on, I felt the rage.
That rage.
So,
anything more you want to share?
Just for me, I get, and excuse me because I'm running out the house to go to work. For me, I think about all that our ancestors have endured, that we continue to endure, and I get angry at those that want to keep putting their heads in the sand. Then I have to remember that I'm not here to dig their heads out. I'm here to work on myself and to commune with those who refuse and feel their ancestral pain, feel their ancestral, just all that we've had to endure, and to know and don't fool ourselves to think that it's gonna stop. They can't stop because they have to keep their power. They have to keep their power. And that hopefully we continue to teach our children about the history, what we've gone through, and what we continue to need to do.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I can hear it and see it in your face, this rage, the anger, and this, wanting to make sure our kids, I don't know, you seem frozen. I don't know if you stopped talking, but wanting to make sure our kids know our story, right? They know what we've experienced in this long line of fighters, people, ancestors, elders who have been fighting for freedom, right? Thank you. Thank you. And Teresa is asking if we could drop the videos and maybe the links into the chat as we go. And Zakia shared, I'm overwhelmed by the idea that we've been dealing with the same mess forever. and that any freedom we think is gaining within the system will always be an illusion. We have to be free within our own being, no matter what happens. This can't be taken away. And it actually is okay if we lose this life in the fight. I haven't seen either of these, or the pieces that I share. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So anybody else on why this matters? And this notion of, I love that, being free within yourself, within your own being. It really starts with us. Thank you all. We're gonna move on to a little poetry. And as I said, some of you may have come a little late. Grab a pen or pencil to do some writing and some reflecting, or some drawing if you would like. Right? So I'm going to invite someone who is with us to read. We're going to share 3 poems, and I'll ask you a question about them, or about one of them. You can choose the one that resonates with you. And so I invite someone from our group, our community, to read. Who is there? Anyone who would like to read this first poem? And you can raise your hand or drop in the chat that you'll read it. And I welcome you to come and read. And they're all short. They're all really short. And if anybody's feeling like they're in 3rd grade English class and the teacher is calling on them, please don't. This is family, and we welcome you to share yourself by reading one of these poems.
Yeah, Jacqueline had her hand up first, so we just ask you to unmute so you can read, Jacqueline, and start with the title too.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Poem with Statues Falling by Louisa A. Igloria, Poet Laureate of Virginia. It was the summer we took heads, toppled statues of despots, and slaveholders off their gleaming plinths, elsewhere tipped them into the oily depths of rivers. It was the summer we gave thanks for the thousand bodies marching in the hearts of grieving, inflamed cities, how they brought brave songs and chants, paint and chalk, words and light, to project the hopes which we must bind together so we can become our own living, breathing monuments. Complete.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And this author really, as you probably realize, wrote about the past year and the marches, the protests, when we really targeted some of these representations of the old South, that people just said, enough, right? So hang on to that one, Poem with Statues Falling. And I invite someone to read this next one by Langston Hughes.
Awesome. So Zakia had her hand up to support the other poem, so we can utilize your voice for this one, Zakia.
Awesome. This is one of my favorite poems. Thank you. I Too by Langston Hughes. I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to the kitchen to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
Zakia, thank you. Thank you for sharing that and sharing your voice and lending your voice to this. You said that this is one of your favorite poems. Can you tell us anything more about that? What makes it one of your favorites?
The understanding that no matter what they do, we will always prevail. No matter what it looks like, we will always prevail.
Thank you. Thank you for that. There's hope. There's hope and a determination in this poem. So thank you. So I invite you to hang on to that. And we have a third poem by Ross Gay, who is just a beautiful, beautiful writer. Um, anyone, and I think Miss J. Divine has offered to read.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
A Small Needful Act by Ross Gay. Is it that Eric Garner worked for some time for the Parks and Rec Horticultural Department, which means, perhaps, that with his very large hands, perhaps, in all likelihood, he put gently into the earth some plants, which most likely, some of them, in all likelihood, continue to grow, continue to do what such plants do, like house and feed small, necessary creatures, being like pleasant to touch and smell, like converting sunlight into food, like making it easier for us to breathe. And I'm complete.
Mm, thank you. Thank you for sharing that and for lending your voice. Is there uh, anybody who's seen this poem before? No? Anything about it resonate with you? Anybody?
Yes, this is
Jacqueline.
Teresa. I just saw, I feel like sometimes we are punished for things that people don't really know who we are. So it's like, they'll make a judgment on, I know who she is and I know what she's done, but I didn't even know that he did that. And so I can connect with that poem, and the point of is that there's people who judge me, or even I've judged people and I really didn't know who they were. And so it
Mm,
just gave me an opportunity to look at, like I was just said, I actually just made a video last night about being a know-it-all. And I said that I'm a know-it-all, and that being a know-it-all causes people to run away from you, and it doesn't give you an opportunity to really see who the person is. And sometimes um, where the know-it-all came from me was that not feeling, like important enough. So I had to make sure that I knew things, but it also made me, it made people run away from me and caused me, to have some negative relations because of being that. So I could say is that, they might have, they thought, oh, well, I'm gonna kill Eric Garner, because he's did this, but they didn't really know him. And
mm,
so, they had that know it attitude. They had that know it all attitude. Well, I'm gonna kill another black man. I really don't know who he is, but I'm gonna kill him anyway because he's black. And so,
mm, mm.
I'm complete.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you also for your vulnerability, and sharing this idea of being a know-it-all, and where that stemmed from is that need to show that you were smart, right? And yeah, I mean, people, this what I love about this poem is that it shows us Eric Garner's humanity, that he was, he held this job at one point. And I love this idea of this um, big burly man with his big hands, in the soil, creating life and helping us all to breathe. Just the irony of that is so amazing.
This is Hattie, ma'am.
Hattie, welcome.
Thank you, sis. I love that poem. I've never heard it before. And what you just said was what I wanted to address, because as I heard the poem, what I saw in my mind's eye was this big burly man, a where when you think about what happened in the media, they made it seem there was a part of it that because he was so big was why he was killed. That you
Mm,
had all these men that had to tackle him down to the ground. And then you see how he used his hands to gently plant and like you were saying, to produce more life. So that I love that contrast. But then the irony is we need more oxygen today.
mm,
Everyone needs to have a plant in their home
mm,
today because the oxygen blood levels in humans is decreasing significantly. So it's having an impact. So I saw, even though he lost his life, he was an example of what we all need to continue life.
Yes.
So I love that poem.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, for sharing that and making those connections. That is beautiful. And thank you all for our readers, for lending your voice, and for folks who shared, what these poems, how they resonated with you. And so we're going to take a little time and do a deeper dive, right? And so I'm inviting you to write about or draw, if you'd rather draw, or just think about, if you're like in motion and you're in the car, just think about, the poems you heard. And we have a few prompts to share, and you can choose a prompt. If a certain poem resonated with you, you can choose that prompt that goes with that poem. Or you can choose whichever poem speaks to you and write about that. So if we, if we could share the first prompt from Poem with Statues Falling.
Sure. I also just wanted to acknowledge that Jacqueline did have her hand up and she had patiently been waiting.
Oh, Jacqueline.
So I just wanted to acknowledge.
Thank you. Thank you. Jacqueline, please share.
Thank you. No, that poem, you said it already. It just the irony of it all. And the title itself is where the part about the humanity came in that somebody mentioned. A small needful fact. A small needful fact. It's amazing that somebody could take somebody's life like that and villainize them and for a cigarette or whatever it was that they said he did. And set him up to look like a villain. And this small needful fact wasn't even mentioned.
Yes.
But it's necessary.
Yes.
And so, just everything that you're doing today is just resonating with me. But I have to say about the statues falling, that erasure of justice bothers me. So of injustice, I should say, I'm sorry. Because it creates the opportunity for history to repeat itself. And we're seeing that in the laws, and we're seeing that with everything. So when we tear down these monuments to injustice and racism and all of that, we're also tearing away the history of it.
And there's a debate over that. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, but it also represents the discontent of our people and of our younger generation, and like they're not having this. But there's so many that are not even aware of what has already transpired.
Yes.
And my concern is that they won't know, and they'll do it again and again and again. And I'm complete.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. So you're wanting to preserve that, so we know. So
in a museum somewhere. It doesn't have to be in the monument in the government building, but put it in a museum somewhere and let it not be forgotten, and let it become part of the curriculum in schools, because it's not.
Yes.
It's absolutely not.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. So let's move into the prompts. And the first one, and again, it's each poem has a prompt that you can write to. And if none of these prompts get you going or excite you, you write what you want to write. But I encourage you and invite you to spend some time with one poem, with all three if you want. And so the first one, the poem with statues falling, the author writes about the uprisings of summer 2020, and this poem is full of vivid imagery, right? That reflects the anger, the rawness, and anguish of our time. And so what image or images have stood out to you as a sign of hope from that time of chaos and grief? So that's the first prompt, right? And the second one, if you are moved by Langston Hughes's I Too, right? He writes about persevering, right? He talks about eating well and growing strong in the face of being sent to the back, to eat at the back. And so persevering in the face of mistreatment, right? And disrespect. And so consider a time that you persevered, to have a spot at the table when company comes, or a time you set up your own table. You look at the number of Black businesses that are starting right now in this era, it's profound, right? So, and so that's the prompt to write to a time you persevered, or a time when you set up your own table, right? The third prompt, if you are moved by Ross Gay's small needful fact, Gay connects this small key detail from Eric Garner's life to our lives today, makes that connection, right? And so many of us have this image, certain images, lasting images of Eric Garner in our minds and on our hearts. And this poem invites us to reimagine and to connect us to him through nature, right? And through work that he once did. So how does this reimagining help you to see him and his humanity, and perhaps your own humanity, in a different way? And we've kind of touched on this a little bit. And lastly, which poem speaks to you the most and why? So if you can just choose one that speaks to you, and choose a line or two that really resonates with you, and write about that. And the way we do this is we take some time. And so I'm gonna say, let's set our timer at 4 or 5 minutes, right? Let's say 5 minutes. And you can turn your video off if you want, and just for some privacy, and just write. And I'm going to turn my video off so you don't feel like I'm looking at you, right? And we'll just write. And I'll let you know when you have about a minute left. And you write whatever comes up, whatever the prompt leads you to write, or you can draw it, whatever comes up for you. And I'm going to stop talking now, and we'll start. And I will see you back here in a few minutes. So we have about a minute to go. We have another minute before we'll come back. And as you wrap up, I invite you to take a minute or two and read over what you wrote, right? And consider how your words make you feel, what comes up for you, right? Consider where you feel it in your body. Consider what changes you might want to make as a result of your writing. So take a few minutes and write your reflection. You're reading over what you wrote or what you drew and writing what comes up for you from that. And I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Family, if anyone wants to open up the poems for yourselves, they've been dropped into the chat for you to continue your writing, your journaling, your drawing, and your reflecting.
Thank you, Shawnee.
You're welcome.
So we have about another minute left. And when you're ready, I invite you to wrap up and join us back in this space. If you turned your video off and you want to come back on. And I welcome anyone who would like to share anything that's come up from doing the writing or doing the drawing or reflecting. You can share what you wrote initially, or you can share your reflection, whatever comes up for you. Is there anyone who would like to share?
I'll share. Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a little bit stuck on a small needful fact.
Yeah.
I wrote that the detail of a person's life are important. They welcome us into eternity. Plants, givers of life. We destroy, taker of life. Yet they spring up again with the will of a mustard seed. A small plant can produce a universe. I can't breathe. Black Lives Matter. Hands up, don't shoot. Momentum disturbed by a planned epidemic. The powerful elite of the world shaken and desperate. Total control the objective. Community prayer thought movement needed. And I'm complete.
That was powerful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. What was that like for you to write? What did that feel like for you?
Whew. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've been reading a lot, and I'm not really a TV person, but I'm online a lot. I'm on the internet. I'm looking for truth. I'm always looking for truth. And where is this coming from? And what is happening? And what can we do about it? And I've come to, just yesterday, this morning actually, I just came to the conclusion that the only thing we can do is to raise our thoughts up together in unison, in single-mindedness, to fight this plague, to fight this thing that's going on with us right now, which is to separate
Uh-oh, we lost you.
us. And oh, okay. I'm sorry, my
Yeah,
internet keeps going off and on. Can you hear me?
you were breaking up. You said to separate us, and I didn't hear the rest after that.
Oh, okay. I just feel like a lot of stuff that's gone on maybe in the past 50 years. I've been on this planet for 59, almost 60 years, has been an effort to keep hearing noise. I don't think that's me. Has been an effort to separate us as humans, and I'm not even talking about the Black community. We have experienced it so long, and it's been so difficult in our community that we are probably one of the most prepared humans on the planet to fight what's happening with us now. But just thinking about Eric Garner and everything that's gone on since then, and the momentum that was happening, because this happened just before Barack Obama was elected president. And the momentum was there, and then something came to shut it down. At that point, it was something that was a change that, everybody was placated and happy. This is different. And, but at the same time, I see the same type of apathy that can exist. Some people are just resigned, like I'm just gonna give up and give in. But then you have this small group that continues to fight, and that's very encouraging. And I was just listening to some younger generations talk on the internet yesterday about what they're doing. I didn't even realize that there were documentaries being shown in cities all over the country, and that they're having Q&As, and they got scientists. All of this stuff is going on that's not in the media.
Yes, wonderful. Yeah,
it's an underbelly, and I appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing that. That's that powerful reflection, and folks are cheering you on in the chat. I love your passion that you are bringing to this issue, and I'm hearing you wanting to channel that passion, and so I'm very excited about that. And we will have some opportunity to do that before we end today too, to talk about how we're going to channel whatever comes up for you from this experience. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And definitely thank you, Jackie, for your powerful share. I want to bring some other voices in the space, because there have been voices that we've heard several times, and it's great. But I also know that this community is full of folks that have something to say about the journey that we're on. So I'm seeing what I love is what we have Harriet Tubman up in this space. I love that you came in here. It's like, listen, this is who I be. This is who I am. And so if you're willing to share, please unmute yourself. I'm inviting you to do so. And I'm also conscious of Lori. I know you spoke earlier, but I know there's more to say. And Veronica. So out of any of those folks, if you could come on and share your experience, strength, hope, wisdom, reflection, that would be great. So who we have up? Let me move.
I guess I'll jump in.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so, I, like Jacqueline, I was struggling over the poem, A Small Needful Fact. And this is what I wrote. The fact has been left out of Eric's history, a fact that is more important than working in the misfacts in the media story is what's most troubling. He might have been loved and impacted Parks and Rec. He may have intimidated his supervisors, thus leading to his excuse to let him go. The facts that are callously left out cause me to shudder, cause me to grieve the gentle giant, cause me to wonder. And so what I think about is that I have 4 brothers that were gentle giants, and that because they were very tall, over 6'5", a world looked at them differently. And thus we never get to know the true facts about the Black man in America. And that's so troubling. It's so troubling because I'm sitting here with my grandson who is 10 and potentially a gentle giant in the making. And how do we protect our men from the missing facts? The missing facts. That's what I got out of this particular poem, and I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. It's so powerful, and the passion and the care and concern for your grandson and all Black men. And we know that this is their struggle. Thank you for that.
I want to jump in here with a Facebook voice before you go on to the next share in Zoom. And Kaisha Coachman says, and I think this was in response to the old freedom, and because there's a little delay. She says, I'm lost in thought about my daughter's continuous defense against children who tease her on her ethnicity. Her feelings are not hurt, but she is annoyed by the constant teasing on something she cannot change.
Thank you for that. And that was from Facebook?
Yes.
And what's her name or his name? Kaisha, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That speaks to the microaggressions that we all experience, and our children, they learn very early, especially if they are in white spaces, predominantly white spaces, or spaces where there are folks who are not inclusive, right? And so, yeah, there's that question of how do we prepare, support them as they move through these same paths. That song, Oh Freedom, takes us back and shows us we've been doing this for a long time. We've been experiencing this, and we walk by faith, right? We will continue to move through this. Kaisha, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to share? And I know we're just past 8 o'clock and some folks may have to leave and sign off, but I hope if you stay, we have some more music that we will be listening to, some dance, some movement. Not us, but if you want to get up and dance, you can, but we'll be watching some dance. We're going to be doing a little bit of Beyonce, and continuing on that same theme of freedom.
Yes. So I'll say this really quickly in reference to Kaisha, and then we have, but before I say what I'm going to say, let me let Zariah speak, sister, and then I'm going to say something about Kaisha's share. Okay. So Zariah, you ready, sister? You there?
Yes.
Oh, you sound far away, love.
Oh. Hello?
There you go.
Yes.
All right. My statement is, trouble in my way. I have to cry sometimes. Trouble in my way. I have to cry sometimes. I lay awake at night, but that's all right, 'cause I know He's gonna fix it. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved.
Thank
That
you.
says it all. Takes me back to my days in the Baptist church growing up. Thank you. Yeah, I am moving in this order because I asked Lori also to speak and she said yes. So Lori, if you can unmute yourself. I see you, Jay Divine. You can go next after Lori.
Shawnee, thank you, but I thought you said you had something to say.
I
to follow
did.
up on the previous statement.
I did and I do, but I'll go after you.
I was gonna say, we don't want to skip over you because your
No,
voice is important too.
It's all right.
So I kind of put it in the chat earlier, just thinking about the alternative story about Eric Garner. And I realized on reflecting, all three poems speak to an alternative story because those statues were put up as an alternative story to revise history. So in people's eyes, we would see these people as heroes, even though they were defeated. And that it rose to this level of myth that people believed in, that these people were heroes and this is a way of life to be protected and revered, as opposed to the truth, which is what led to that desire to pull them down and throw them in the river because they're lies. The statues were lies. So there's this whole thing about alternative stories that showed up for me, that in each of the poems, the idea that you're sent to the kitchen to eat, as if there's something shameful about who you are, as opposed to that is where you get the best serving. If I'm in the kitchen, I'm gonna get the best piece out of that pot. You don't know what's in the kitchen, but I do. I'm gonna get what I need to be strong. And at the end of this, I am going to be exactly everything I was supposed to be, and you will be ashamed, because the story as it is we send you to the kitchen, but in reality, it's the place where I grow strong. So there's an alternative narrative to each of these stories that we have to consider. It's still one of my, I have two favorite principles in Kwanzaa. The first is unity, because we could do anything together. But the second has always been self-determination. We need to rewrite the stories and tell the truth, not just our truth or their truth, the entire story. Let people determine for themselves where the truth lies, but they have to have all the information. Not having all the information has people react to each of those poems very specifically, but having all the information gives you another perspective and place to go from. And I'm complete.
Lori, thank you. Thank you for that, for really stepping back and seeing all these poems together and seeing the through line and what they are telling us is about alternative stories and the opportunity to rewrite our story. That was so powerful. Thank you. And I can see you're a teacher. You are teaching us. You are definitely teaching us. Thank you.
I chickened out of teaching. I work in an office.
Lori, receive the affirmation, please. Just
I know, I can
I am
see
teaching
you're a
and
teacher.
I'm freely giving. I receive it. Thank you for the adjustment in thinking.
Yes, you offered it to us first, so how the hell you not going to take it? You told us to reframe. All right, beautiful. So I'm going to say something really quickly. Oh, goodness. So going back to Kaisha and thinking about what Lori just shared too, for me, one of the things that is very plain is that folks have woken up and that they are taking their power back. And so, and then when you have a system that has been placed for in place as long as it has been, and when you have white supremacy culture that is like a virus, people are going to fight for that. So to think that our awakenings and the things that we've been doing to push back up against everything that's happening is not going to be met with a strong fight, like I would fight too. If they were trying to dismantle everything that I know and understand and call it, create a different narrative, I would be fearful and I would be fighting like hell. In fact, knowing what I know about how internalized racial oppression and inferiority work, as a Black woman, I fight for white supremacy too. Unconsciously, when we own that, then we can come out of it. You know, that I've been indoctrinated since I was pre-verbal to be white, to operate from white supremacist constructs, from school to what I see in the mirror, to what I watch on TV, to the music that I listen to who I fell in love with and what I'm attracted to. It's ingrained in every aspect of the culture. So why would we be surprised about the verdicts and like any, and it's not even just about what white folks do. Like they are going to fight like hell to prevent us from turning this shit upside down or around, so that we can have real restoration of order and real restoration of power and authority in our own lives. So I wanted to say that. And Kaisha, in light of what I just said or connected to it, we can't just be like, oh, poor baby. Like teaching your daughter how to speak up and speak out and be a stand and a disruptor at an early age. It is violence against her to be dealt with like that in school. So if we say snitches get stitches, I don't give a damn. Go tell someone. And if they don't operate from a space of protecting her, because now there are laws against bullying and all this other stuff, then more action needs to be taken, even if it's a bunch of parents coming up there and taking a stand on her behalf. She needs to see her, us, meaning as a people, defending her, and she has to learn how to defend herself inside of these constructs. So I just wanted to offer that up to Kaisha and to the community. Anything you want to say, Robin, before we move to
No, that is so powerful. Thank you too for teaching us. Thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure.
So necessary. Yes.
I'm about for training, an anti-racist training at 10 o'clock. So y'all get me warmed up for that. Yeah, and Miss J, we're ready for you, love. You there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my daughter ready for school and we're behind, but I am here. I'm present. For me, I didn't write. It's all in my head. Every poem resonated with me, from The Falling Statues to I Too America by Langston Hughes to the poem about Eric Garner. My brothers, myself, they need to erect more statues of Madam C.J. Walker. They need to understand that, you know, I'm a hairstylist by profession, and I resonated with that poem, I Too America by Langston Hughes, because I worked at many salons. I've worked at the hood salons. I've worked at the top salons in New York, in the United States, corporate salons, from JCPenney to Ulta. And one of those companies in particular claims that they're trying to champion diversity. And they're like, oh, we're inclusive and we want to champion diversity and we want everyone to be a part of. Everyone can have a seat at the table if they can afford it. And then if it's not that, it's, oh no, we don't do that here. That's that kitchen beautician stuff. That stays in the kitchen. I'm not a kitchen beautician. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I've paid my dues and I deserve a seat at the table. And if you're too ethnic, or if you're too, I don't know, too much of being the darker brother, they're ashamed of you. And they don't put our prices in the menu for locks and weaves and braids. And then what they do is they want to over and double and triple charge something astronomical so that you can't be seen. But then they want you to showcase your work, but do it in the back of the salon. Don't do the demos in the front of the store where everyone can see you. Stay in the kitchen, aka stay in the salon. So for me, that resonated so much, because when I was working corporate, I fought so much for us to be seen, for us to be heard, for my clients to feel, you know, that commercial beauty feel versus feeling like they were kept away, feeling like they were overcharged just to have a seat at the table. You know, there's so many ways to, you know, to protest or to show support. And
absolutely.
For me, it was in the salon.
Absolutely.
For me, it was making people feel seen and feel beautiful and feel safe.
Yep.
Not just the ones with the long Rapunzel locks, but the ones with the with the Nefertiti locks, okay? The ones with the afros, the ones with the braids.
Yes.
You know, everybody deserves to be seen and feel safe and feel beautiful. You know, it's such a vulnerable space, letting someone do your hair. It's such an intimate thing. And to be told a basic right of hygiene should be kept in the kitchen. Oh no, we don't do hot combs here. Oh no, honey, Miss J Divine does hot combs. Oh, we don't do locks. Miss J Divine does them locks too. Oh, you have locks. You can't do my hair. You can't blow my hair out, honey. I'll blow your hair out better than anybody at Dry Bar. Let's go.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Miss J. Thank you for that. It's where we work. It's where we show up. And just back to Shawnee's point of speaking up, teaching our kids to speak up, and where you are, whatever space you're in, you are reclaiming that space for us, right? And making sure we are seen and heard and acknowledged, and we feel beautiful in those spaces. So thank you very much. Thank you all. Did we hear from everybody who wanted to share?
I think, did you want to share? And Robin is 8:15, so we're going to follow the lead. I'm not sure what.
Yep, and we're going to drop some things from the program, because we created some space for folks to be able to share what's on their hearts. So yeah, we'll cut a couple of things. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Where would you like me to go, Robin?
If we could just skip to the dance. So because I said I've had a little bit of Beyonce, and we'll just skip the first video of the song, and we'll move to Freedom, to the dancers. If folks are familiar with Beyonce's song, Freedom, Freedom, Cut Me Loose. I Need Freedom Too, with Kendrick Lamar. I found this wonderful collaboration of two dancers, Aaliyah and JoJo. So I just wanted to share a little bit of this, bring some dance and movement into the space, but listen to the words. Listen to the words. Oh, let's skip this one. We can skip this one and just move to the dancers. Yep.
Sorry, I hit back.
That's okay.
Hold on.
Forgive me, I've been running blind in truth. I'm a rain on this bitter love. Tell her sweet I'm new. Ooh, I'm telling these tears going fall away. Oh, may the last one burn into flames. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose, yeah. Chains on myself, won't let my freedom run in hell. Hey, I'ma keep it running, cause a winner don't quit on themselves. Lord, what you want from me? Is it true? You see, I'm father getting red. What you want from me? Is it true? You see, I'm father getting red.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. So I just wanted to share that, some high energy, the words are about freedom, cut me loose. I need freedom too. Anything resonate with you about the song, about the movement, anything?
Hi, this is Doreen Brittingham. I'm walking on my way to a funeral today, actually. But that last word of freedom, quit on yourself. That's the part that just resonated strong, because we still have to stand up for ourselves individually as well as for our nation, our community.
Thank you for sharing that, and our condolences for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I see, Teresa, just give a second. I want to make sure that Mal, if you want to share.
That actually, music and dance resonates with me all the time. And what I seen the movement, each movement that the dancers were acting out was with such strength, such determination. And then the way Beyonce sang the song, she came from a natural voice from the belly, and she was singing the song, you know what I mean? And it got me emotional. It really did. It just moved me. And I'm complete.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Sherilyn. Thank you for sharing that. I love the power and the energy as well. And you spoke to that, you know, the strength in their movements. And I dropped the link in the chat if anybody wants to see the full video. There are other dancers, just a powerful, powerful video. Thank you for that.
All right. So Teresa had her hand up. Teresa, if you're ready.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I saw that show when they were dancing. And like when they stepped in the water, I thought about it was like when they stepped in the water, it was so much power in their steps. And it was just beautiful because it was like the dance, it was like saying like, hey, you know, it's like, and what happened is that they was in water, and so the water splashed over everybody that, you know, was in, like, that was in the audience. And so I felt like they were saying my blackness, my freedom of my blackness is splashing all over you. So, you know, it's like I'm here. And it was such a force, the way she was stomping in the water and her dancing. She was like stomping like whether you're gonna let me free, I'm gonna be free. And so it was so powerful. It was like, if people didn't understand that she was saying that I would say BIPOC people, that I'm just recently started saying is that BIPOC people are going to be free. And so, and like we're here to stay, and by any means necessary, we're going to let you know that we're here to stay. And I love that song. And thank you for this session. It was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you all. Anything else I wanted to get us to, because we talked about what we're dealing with, and I just wanted to turn us, and some folks have been sharing what we can do, right? And so I want to encourage us all to share what we can do, how we can take social action for social justice, right? And wanted to end with one last song from Sweet Honey in the Rock. I don't know if folks in this space are familiar with them, but they are just a national treasure. That's what I call them. And I love this very bluesy song that also speaks to our history and our determination. And so as you hear this song, drop in the chat something you can do for your community, for your family, for yourself, right? Just a few words, what you can do to take action for social justice, right?
Now let us all go back to the old
skip ahead to 254, please. Thank you.
How long, how much more long, how long, how long, how much more long, how long, I wanna know how much more longer years I just gonna have to wait on you. I've been standing at the station waiting for my change to come. I've been standing at the station waiting for my change to come. If my change don't hurry up and get here, I'm gonna have to get me some change, that is. How long? freedom, yeah. You know I've been out here a long time. I know what I'm talking about. You hold your breath for change to come, and we gon' have to carry you out. How long? How much more, Lord? How long? I wanna know how much more longer if I.
Are we complete there, Robin, or did you want me to?
Yeah, we're complete. There's a little bit more, but I think we are good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, they're amazing. And I don't have that. I sent you all that link. If you could share that link, a couple of people asked for the link to the Sweet Honey in the Rock, to this song. And I just, they give me goosebumps. Thank you all. Thank you all. So that is it. If anybody else has anything else to share about what we can do for social action, I'm putting in there a vote. I don't know if y'all share the chat, but I love this chat. I want to keep a copy of this chat. This is just powerful sharings and reflections. So thank you all for joining us today. I so appreciate your time and your company and your shares. Much appreciated. And I know we have a, if anyone would like to get more information on work I do, I'm planning a couples writing workshop for Valentine's Day. Please just come to my website, robinstone.com, and you can sign up to get my newsletter and to get future events that I'm doing. My other information is up there at Robin D. Stone on Twitter, and Health Jones, my health coaching company. You can email me, you can check out the website and sign up for the newsletter. Thank you. Thank you all.
So Robin, I know we're moving through, and I'm glad that you were able to share your contact, and definitely I can a level offering, but I want to make sure that we read some of the shares.
Yes.
Important poignant points to make that you prompted us to, which is what we gonna do, right? So I would say also listen to more Sweet Honey in the Rock and others like them that have protest songs and songs that propel you into action. Like, feed yourself during this season that we're in with this affirming energy so that we can keep moving forward, because it is hard to be pummeled like this on a daily basis. Veronica said, support Black business in our communities. Absolutely, that stirred something up in me. You know, I'm a Black business owner. I know that you are working. Wait a minute, I'm right about the fact that where you work is Black owned, correct? Robin?
Yes, I own it.
Yeah, oh, okay.
So yes, it's Black owned. Yes. I own my own practice.
Right. I know you were under another practice before, so I was not clear. Thank you for that. So you support Robin's Black business, or Black womanpreneur. And let's see, there were others. Have teach-ins. I love this. Have teach-ins, Veronica said, with our children and their friends. Because one of the things that we keep talking about, and you know, I have to acknowledge our brothers and sisters who identify as Jewish and other groups who teach their own children. They are like, you will not, you know, they teach their history, they're unapologetic about it. They make sure that, you know, in specific segments of the Jewish culture and population, they are like, we are teaching them everything that they need to know. We're not relying on the dominant culture and other folks to tell them who they are and how they are and what they can do. So teaching is powerful. Jacqueline says, I'm helping my family break generational patterns that keep them mentally enslaved. I support Black business and offer advice on how to increase that business. I teach.
Yes, you do.
And Zakia says, support us, support unity, uplift us. Let me see what else is there. Acknowledge for powerful session. Louise had to go to work, but she wanted to make sure you understood that. You said register to vote. I'll say that again, register and actually vote, because we're registered. We don't even go and vote. Lori said, how long? She said, not long. And I said, in my work, DEI, diversity and equity and inclusion, has been used a lot. My shift over the last few years is it's called white supremacy culture. It's called white supremacy. I'm not diluting that to make white people or even BIPOC people comfortable, because sometimes we have an aversion to the language being used. And then Hattie said, teach our children their history, oppose all attempts to write us out of it, lean into spirit with capitals. Yes, age of Aquarius demands we be spiritual. Thank you, Hattie. Brother Brandon was talking about that the other day in his session about numerology. Teach civics. Thank you, Lori. From Truth Space, advocate with our elected electives, organize in our community, and have tough conversations. Thank you. Teresa said, educate, teach, honor our BIPOC-ness, love on, and be patient with our family members. And for those who don't know what BIPOC is, that's Black, Indigenous people of color. Cheryl said, buy Black, vote, petition, organize, teach, campaign, also use your meditation and prayers to affect change. Thank you so much, community. And thank you, Robin, for asking us this.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you all for sharing. This was powerful. Thank you.
So you want to share this or you want me to?
The chat?
No, the love.
Yeah, if you could do it, that would be great.
All right, awesome. So attention, family. Attention, 21 souls. Were 20 because Robin is the 21st. Want you to know that as we usher in the new year, as we prepare to close out all that we have manifested, and Robin has been on that journey with Woo Magic and manifestation with us, we want to celebrate those who so generously give, and Robin has given to us today. I didn't tune into what the topic would be. I'm like, oh, Robin's coming. I had no idea she was going to bless me to prepare for what I have to do later on today, and has blessed us with activating a conversation that is ancestral, that is about the here and now and about the future. So please do share your abundance. If you manifested this year for 2021, before the year closes, if you haven't given, give. And today, give as a result of what you have received so that there's reciprocity. Use Zelle and QuickPay under Soul Leadership Development at gmail.com to give if you have that, platform that you give from. Use Cash App, $ Spirit of a Woman. If you utilize that platform, and use the code #473RDS. 473RDS. Please don't forget to put that in so that we can honor and bless our sister for all that she has provided to us today and beyond, because this resonates and will stay with us if we allow it. And I'm complete. All righty. Yeah, oh, my pleasure. You can carry on if you
go ahead. Well, what's coming next? We have tomorrow, harnessing your sacred feminine energy to support the divine masculine in yourself. That just sounds right there, like I need to be there, by Joy Rochelle. And then Thursday, radically inclusive care. And I'm sure there's a racial component to that, facilitated by Dr. Bouquet. Is that how you pronounce it? Kalawole?
Is Buki?
Buki.
Kalawole.
Yes, on December 9th, Thursday. These sound fabulous. I love being a part of this lineup. This is awesome.
Yes.
And I will turn it over to you, Shawnee.
All righty. So the Woo Nation welcomes all new members. So if you were new in this space today, thank you for being here, whether it's on Facebook or on Zoom. We honor you and we invite you to come back. What we say in this space is don't hit it and quit it. Continue to show up and show out and invite others so that we can expand this community and expand this message of light, hope, learning and growth, elevation and ascension. So welcome newbies and come on back. how we do it here is that we facilitate these sessions 5 days a week from Sunday to Thursday. We also have offerings 3 times a week for 90 minutes. And today was a 90-minute day. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And on Monday and Wednesday, we do a shorter day. Sometimes it runs longer, than 30 minutes, but we offer a 30-minute appetizer for you on Monday and Wednesday for you to experience. And so please do utilize this schedule so that you can join us and not miss a beat when it comes to this training, this transformation, this expansion of our minds, bodies, and spirits. If you want to receive a reminder, an alert, text Woo Nation in all caps to the number 74121. So I love technology and how it creates the space for us to stay connected with ease. So once again, if you want Woo alerts, text the words Woo Nation, all caps, all one word, to 74121. Thank you. All righty, so we have Woo Nation swag, and we are launching our new pieces of swag that we have created. We have sweatshirts with, there's a new term that came up the other day and I was cracking up because I loved it so much. And it was routine. You know how you have a routine for your morning? We have a routine. Some of us have a routine of being on Woo every morning, or we have a routine of speaking truth or authenticity or negotiating space and being able to raise our hands, whatever it is. We honor that and we ask it and keep executing it. And so we're going to be creating journals and sweatshirts and just different swag so that you can wear it and affirm it as you wear it. So let's purchase, and let's purchase for other people too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We ask that you stay in touch, and we literally mean if you meet up, be out there, because some of us connect in person because we want to make sure that we know each other. Some of us met in this space virtually, and we met in person so that we can amplify that relationship. Also stay in touch by reading the e-blast, by being engaged in the conversation, by staying in touch with us on the Facebook page, by posting and saying what you need to say about what Robin and others have offered this week and previous weeks, by watching the videos in the entirety if you missed any of it, because this is one worth watching again. Please do that. Please register to be a part of the community if you're new, bit.ly/wake up movement. It allows you to get weekly updates and the lineup for the week. Robin mentioned the lineup. I love that. Facebook, we have a private and a public page. So bit.ly Woo Community is the private one. bit.ly Woo Nation in caps is the public one. We're on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. YouTube, bit.ly/Woo on YouTube, and email. Reach out to us. Let us know if you want to volunteer. Maybe for 2022, you want to try your hand at adminning and being in the space like we were with Robin today as a team. info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. And now we can shower our beloved sister with love and appreciation. So please unmute yourselves so that we can do that and she can know that what she offered up stuck has made a difference. So come on, y'all.
Thank you so much, Robin. This was the business this morning.
Wonderful, Robin. Thank you.
Every blessing you have a thinking.
Thank you. You rock.
About the system history. So important and deep. I needed this to kickstart me. You gave it so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of the energy and thoughtfulness you put into this. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, family. This was awesome. Thank you, Miss Robin.
Yes, it was.
This was
Thank you,
awesome.
See you on the 28th.
We have come.
Thank you. I hope